Hey, it's John Boyega here. I hope you've had fun playing the Star Wars Battlefront II multiplayer beta. Whether it's taking down Star Destroyers on Fondor, or charging the steps of the Theed Royal Palace on Naboo, your participation in this beta is incredibly valuable and will help the developers make Star Wars Battlefront II the best possible game at launch. You can also provide additional feedback in the Star Wars Battlefront II forums. This is just a small taste of what the full game will have at release, including an authentic single-player story, multiplayer battles from every era, offline modes, and of course exciting new characters such as Finn as part of our live service. And don't forget to pre-order for epic star cards and exclusive Star Wars The Last Jedi outfits for Kylo Ren and Rey. Alright, that's enough from me. Thanks for playing. May the Force be with you. And I'll see you on the battlefront this holiday.
What's up, fuckers? Hope you like the whole John Boyega intro for the beta. Now, I'm gonna be talking about it. Now, for those of you who don't know, the beta was supposed to end today, but it got extended to October the 11th, so you have an extra 2 days to mess around on all 3 of the modes you can play. Now, what did I think of it? What am I worried about? Now, first of all, let me touch on the loot crate topic. Now, when they said that there's not going to be a season pass or DLC, anything like that, I didn't think that they did it because they want to be nice for a change. No, they're doing that because they found something better. Another way to get more money and still have a joined player base. Now, the loot crate boxes, are they OP? Are they expensive? Can you earn them through a reasonable amount of time? Sort of, no. Now, there's so far, at least in the beta, there's probably going to be there's different kinds of crates, but right now in the beta, okay, there's 3 different kinds of crates. Crates that will unlock cards for starships only, for troopers only, and heroes and troopers. So you kind of get to pick what kind of card you want. If you're playing a lot of Starfighter Assault and you want just Starfighter cards, you're going to want to buy the Starfighter Assault crates rather than the infantry ones. So, these crates cost 1,000 credits, okay? Now, what do you get when you win a match? Anywhere from 100 to 180. Now, it actually does not depend on how well or bad you do. The only reason you would get more or less is because of a win or loss. If you go 50-0, you're going to get 150 credits. And if your friend goes quadruple negative, he's going to get the same amount of credits. So, being shit at the game gives you the same amount of credits as a virgin at the game. That's not something I like. If I'm going 80 kills and I'm the reason the team won and everyone else gets the same amount as me, well, suddenly now I don't feel so special and I don't get an incentive to want to do good anymore. So, crates cost 1,000 in the beta. Who knows if they're going to increase? When you do those matches, alright, do the math, it's going to take you a few amount of games to get a crate. Now, when you get a crate, you're going to get possibly these crafting materials. Now, these crafting materials are what you use to upgrade your cards and buy future weapons. Now, in the beta, I've gotten one of the, highest tier from luck, and I've gotten a few, almost the best ones. And what I've noticed is when you get a basic card, alright, it's got a little buff. So, like Boba Fett, a bronze, card, makes him maybe fly for 2 seconds more. And then the best version of that card, he can fly 15 seconds more. So, some of the cards aren't going to be overpowered and pay to win, but some of them are. Like, I have the best Boba Fett. It's like the epic or legendary, whatever the highest thing is, I got it from a drop, and it makes my missile barrage shoot 14 rockets instead of 7, completely doubling it. So there's that. So some cards are OP and some aren't when they're fully upgraded. And it is going to take you sort of a long time to upgrade these cards, because when you go in these loot boxes, there's not a, there's a chance that you're going to get the cards you want in its upgraded form. You can get duplicates of lower versions and stuff like that. So really, you're going to spend 6 or 7 games to get one crate to open it up, to get emotes and victory poses and, like a bronze card. You're trying to get those crafting parts and better cards. So that's kind of the reason that they're going to allow you to buy those crates, is because basic ones aren't going to have a whole lot. You're going to have to... a lot of the progression seems a little funky like that. Now, besides all the loot boxes, what did I think of the Starfighter Assault? Because in my videos, you haven't seen a whole lot of Starfighter Assault. I'll try to put some clips in the background for it. I didn't play it, at all. And I wasn't planning to play it at all. I was saving it for last because I'm not a huge fan of space battles, because it's just cram spamming. You barely get any kills, but I'm starting to be better at it, so I started playing it, and I absolutely love it. There's 3 types of starfighters. You've got basically like the troopers. You got your assault X-wing, your scout infiltrator, interceptors like the A-wing, and then you can be bombers like the Y-wing. So TIE fighter, TIE interceptor, and TIE bomber. You can be all 3 of those for both sides. For the Empire, for the 2 villain ships, you can be Darth Maul's TIE infiltrator, or scimitar, whatever that's called. And you get to be Slave 1, which is Boba Fett's ship. And for the Rebellion, you get Poe Dameron's Black T-70 X-Wing and the Millennium Falcon. So those are cool. Those are a lot of fun to play. And the whole objective of the Starfighter Assault seems pretty fun. It's pretty easy. It's not complicated. You figure it out like the first game you play. Surprisingly, I love playing as the bombers, even though they're slow and tanky. I don't really like playing slow, tanky things. I like to be quick. But I love the bombers, and I thought Starfighter Assault was pretty cool. I'm going to talk about the hero health system that is completely changed since the first footage we saw of people playing it in pre-alphas and stuff like that. Is, let's say for example, you have Darth Maul, who has 700 health. You go run in a room, you get shot up, and you kill some people, and you go into cover. You will regen your health back to maximum. But the more you go in battle, the more damage you take, you will slowly start to lose maximum amount of health. So the more you get shot up, you're going to lose that 700 max health, and you might get down to 600. Go back in the room, get shot up, come back to cover. If you're a smart Darth Maul, you're going to be in and out. You're going to slowly lose that max health, but you're still going to be able to be defensively aggressive in that sort of way. So same thing for Boba Fett. He's got actually 500 health, but he's more agile at getting out of situations. So you can fly, kill some people, and if you get shot up, you jetpack out of battle, and you can actually have full amount of health the entire game, if you don't constantly take damage. If you get shot a couple times, go to cover, wait a minute, and then go back in, get shot up a couple times, you won't lose maximum health. It's only when you get constant damage really quick, in and out, aggressive, is when you're going to lose the maximum amount of health. And I do kind of absolutely love the fact that Rey, for example, would be right in front of me. I'm a super battle droid. She has her back to me, and I pop off my shots, and I actually kill her before she knows what even hit her. And that is kind of better than having Darth Vader from the first Battlefront be able to soak up basically 20 X-Wing shots to the face with a whole squadron of rebels shooting at him. So it makes the heroes, you don't get people running in and just being a god. It does make for some more campy heroes, but then again, your max health will decrease, and you can't camp for too long unless you're just a complete dick and stay in the back and don't get any kills or something stupid like that. So the 3 modes, Starfighter Assault, Galactic Assault, and the Strike. Now, what do I think about the Strike? You didn't see too much gameplay of that. I'm going to have sort of a funny moments that takes place on that. It's Takodana Maz's castle from The Force Awakens. It's a, you know, a jungly forest, water plain world. It's pretty, it looks amazing. And you get to be the Resistance and First Order. I will say that the First Order has the Jump Trooper and the Flame Trooper. The Flame Trooper is complete garbage in the beta, and I've looked up some things, and all the developers are saying that he's gotten a significant buff in the full game because he's quite slow. His flamethrower is basically a squirt gun. I'm not kidding. You would think that in a galaxy far, far away with Death Stars and planet killers and everything, you would think that their flamethrowers would be very volatile, but they're not. You can literally sit in front of a flame trooper, get cooked by him with your back turned, turn around, not move, pull out your Vanguard shotgun, pump it, put 2 pumps into him, kill him, and you will still have half of your health from his flame. So his flamethrower is very weak, and it makes no one want to play him anymore. The only time I see people playing Flame Troopers is when I know that this is their first time and they don't know that they're weak. So Flame Troopers, not a good... I didn't get to experience a good Flame Trooper. The Jump Troopers are amazing. By the way, the Flame Trooper has that thermal imploder from the first one that makes that big old dubstep explosion, except it's a fire version, so it's a little bit cooler. And also the Wookiees for the Rebellion and the clones, that Wookiee also has a thermal imploder. So for the classes, you have Assault, Heavy, Officer, and Specialist. Now the Officer is actually quite weak because he was very strong in pre-alphas. He has very weak health, a very weak weapon, and average abilities to place down a sentry turret that I've never seen get kills. He can buff his teammates anywhere from 50 to 150 extra health, buff his teammates to get unlimited cooling power for a while, and stuff like that. So Officer is in need of a buff, and I've seen some tweets from developers saying that he will get sort of rebalanced work to people be able to play the Officer and get points and, you know, actually be able to kill someone and not just, you know, throw down things. So Assault and Heavy were the ones that I played the most. I played mostly Assault. Assault is your basic primary assault rifle equivalent with grenades and shotgun and stuff like that. Heavy is your slow and steady LMGs with explosive damage and miniguns. And Specialist is for the long distance snipers and DMRs and scouting, looking through the map, scanning enemies, and placing sort of traps like laser trip mines and electric fields on the floor and stuff like that. So I thought all the classes were cool for both clones and droids and Rebellion, Resistance, and First Order. So I actually really liked playing the beta. I probably played it for like a total, in total, 56 hours or something like that already. Absolutely crazy. I hit the max level in like 2 hours, which is 10 in the beta. Done all the challenges, and I've got all the best star cards. So that should tell you a lot, is that I'm having so much fun playing one map. I would just be playing Galactic Assault on Naboo. I would occasionally go to the Starfighter Assault and occasionally play with the First Order on Takodana. But I would mainly be playing on Naboo as the clones and droids for hours and all day. And that should tell you something, is that I like that map and that mode so much that I'm able to just keep playing the same thing over and over and not get tired of it. So just imagine that you've got 3 real days worth of game time played in just one map. And there's 14 confirmed maps at launch, with many more on the way with their free DLC seasons. So if I'm spending so much time on one map, I'm going to be able to spend so much time on all of the maps. So if you do some of the math, that's months and months of time just enjoying the maps on the regular mode. Now, besides from the multiplayer, I'm going to talk about the campaign and the arcade mode. The arcade mode seems pretty fun for people that are ass at the game and aren't good at it. They want to practice their skills with heroes or something. I might play it to test out abilities for heroes. But, you know, other than that, arcade is just to play with your buddy or something like that. You don't want to go online. You got no internet or something. So arcade mode, okay, yeah, have fun with that. Now the campaign, I am absolutely hoping that it is a story-driven, action, authentic Star Wars experience. I will fucking get mad and cut myself and throw away all my Star Wars merchandise if I find out that the campaign is like 4 hours long with a mediocre ending and horrible characters you don't care for. I don't want anything wrong with the campaign. I want everything to go smoothly. We've got a good plot, a good storyline just from the trailers and synopses and stuff like that. We got to see the intro with Admiral Versio and Iden looking at Emperor Palpatine's Sentinel droid, explaining that Operation Cinder from the Inferno Squad novel is now going to be the main story of the game. So I really hope that the campaign is going to be smacking, alright? And it's very good that I'm having a hard time figuring out what I want to play first. Do I want to play the campaign first, or do I want to play multiplayer first? I don't know if I want to play the campaign and get a good feel for the game, even though I already have played the beta. Maybe things will change, or anything like that. So I don't know what I want to play first when it comes out. Another thing you guys need to know is the controls were very, very weird for me the first time I played. They aren't anything like the original Battlefront. You have to hold circle to crouch, which pretty much is foreign to me. You can't change the control much. You know, you can invert things, but you can't make your own button layouts. You got to invert things, and they completely removed the whole, you know, you press up, left, or right on the D-pad to do an evasive maneuver in a starfighter like Battlefront 1. You now can freely do those barrel rolls and flips on your own, but you have to know how to do them. So flying is a lot more experienced, inverted controls, so flying is hard to do, and you're going to go up against a lot more better people because flying is a hard thing to do in the game now. But once you play it, once you get used to it, infantry combat will be smooth, flying will be smooth, and you will enjoy the entire experience. So that's pretty much it. I've had a super great time playing the beta, and I recommend everyone to at least just get the base game. You don't need to pre-order it. You don't need to get the deluxe edition. Get the game, play the campaign, play the multiplayer, play as your favorite heroes and villains. I'm going to do a rant talking, when the game comes out, about if there's no Jango Fett or General Grievous or stuff like that, because a lot of that stuff seems very, very petty, that they're not going to add simple things like that, especially when you already have Boba Fett rendered in the game and you just change the fucking colors. See how I'm already getting mad about it? So when the game comes out and I see all the heroes and villains, I'm going to see if I'm happy with that. Now, you're going to have all 3 eras, and you're going to have 3 prequel maps, 3 original trilogy, 3 new era, plus or minus more, you know, stuff like that. I don't know if that's great. I know we'll never be able to get another game like Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2 from 2005. I know we're never going to get anything with as much content like that without the game being at least $400 in the end. So I have high hopes for Battlefront 2. Hopefully these loot boxes do not become worse than what I feel they are already. I feel the loot boxes are going to be half good, half bad. So that's what I think. Don't worry about the loot boxes yet. Okay, don't worry about them. Let's just wait and see, because I know there's going to be so many more loot box categories. The prices are going to change. This is just a beta. Maybe they're going to triple the price of the loot boxes. So, I don't know. So, that's it. Thanks for watching, and fuck.